Let's read a book. Let's read a book. Today we are gonna read Take a Hike, Teddy Roosevelt. America has had over 40 presidents. These 4 did such big things that their faces are carved into Mount Rushmore. You might not recognize the third guy. His name was Theodore Roosevelt, but people call him Teddy. If it weren't for Teddy, people would have destroyed many of America's forests and other national treasures. This story is about how Teddy protected America's environment. Teddy was born in 1858 in New York City. There was lots of pollution. Teddy had asthma, which made it hard for him to breathe. To help his lungs grow stronger, his parents took him to the country, where the air was fresh. His parents told him, "Take a hike, Teddy." So he did. Teddy rode horses. He swam and rowed. He climbed trees and hiked hills. Exercising made his lungs and muscles stronger. Teddy believed the outdoors helped save his life. Teddy loved being outdoors and was interested in wildlife. When he was hiking, he took a notebook. He observed animals and insects. He wrote down everything he noticed about them. Teddy didn't stop there. He started collecting insects and animals. He kept spiders and ants and ladybugs in his bedroom. Teddy called his room the Roosevelt Museum of Natural History. Soon, Teddy's little museum became too big for his bedroom. He had a litter of field mice in an icebox. He tied a snapping turtle to the sink in the laundry room. His frogs and snakes came from boxes and boxes. Once Teddy and his friend Fred were out collecting animals. Teddy found a frog, but he had run out of room in his boxes, so Teddy put the frog inside his hat. Soon a carriage came by and stopped. It was Governor Fish and his wife, Mrs. Fish. Fred tipped his hat to say hello. Teddy didn't want to be rude, so he tipped his hat too. When Teddy went off to college, nature was still on his mind. He studied natural history and zoology. He kept animals and insects in his college room. He even shared his room with a giant turtle. His landlord was not happy. Teddy wanted to do big things one day, but he wasn't sure that studying animals and nature would help him to do those big things. So Teddy decided to study government. After college, Teddy worked in the New York State government, but he missed the outdoors, and he still suffered from asthma. He remembered what his parents had said, "Take a hike, Teddy." So he did. Teddy left for the American West. He rode horses and raised cattle. He studied the stars while he wrote a book. After 2 years of living on the frontier, he had gained 30 pounds of muscle and his asthma was gone forever. But something else happened to Teddy. In the West, he saw that people were using too many of America's natural resources. They were chopping down more trees than they needed. They were building railroads, stores, and towns. Some of the most beautiful places in the country were being destroyed. There was something else that bothered Teddy. Back then, people hunted wild animals for food and for sport. But Teddy saw that people were hunting more than they needed. Some animals were in danger of becoming extinct. Millions of bison once roamed wild. When Teddy arrived in the West, there were only about 300 left. He knew he had to do big things to help America's environment. Teddy decided to start small. He went back home and worked to become the governor of New York. He protected the forests. He passed laws to help stop pollution in the city. In 1901, Teddy became America's 26th president. No president had ever made protecting America's environment important, but Teddy did. Teddy and his family moved into the White House. As always, his new home became a mini zoo. Teddy and his children had lots of pets: rabbits, birds, guinea pigs, ponies, cats, dogs, a badger, and even a bear named Jonathan Edwards. In 1903, Teddy visited the Grand Canyon for the first time. He thought it was the most beautiful place he had ever seen. Then he found out people were planning to build hotels and stores there. Teddy wanted people to see the Grand Canyon's natural beauty forever, the way he saw it for the first time. After his visit to the Grand Canyon, Teddy knew he had to do something. He had to protect America's great outdoors. He started signing bills to protect America's wildlife and large part of its environment. But sometimes people tried to stop these bills. This didn't stop Teddy. He signed a law that gave him the power to make any land a national monument. Then Teddy found out that birds were endangered in Florida. People were killing them and used their feathers in fancy hats. Teddy asked if there was a law that stopped the president from protecting this land. There wasn't. Very well then, Teddy said. I so declare it. Teddy had just made America's first wildlife refuge. Now, no one could stop him from saving America's natural resources and wildlife. Teddy created 5 national parks, 18 national monuments, 150 national forests, and 51 bird sanctuaries. When he was done, he had protected over 230 million acres of land forever. Now, go visit one of these great places and take a hike just like Teddy.
Si te gustó este video, dale me gusta y no te olvides de suscribirte. También entra a www.clauacosta.com para adquirir práctica de este y de otros temas, productos exclusivos y tener la oportunidad de matricularte a mis clases de inglés.